How can we rewire the negativity of feeling not good enough? We can do this by accessing the I, the letter I, which is the inner core, robust self of the inner will, the free will, the sense of choosing, the sense of soul, the sense of self, and the me, the sense of the body, the mind, the heart, and the actions. We've been talking until now about the body, behavioral, the emotions, and the mind, the cognitive, the emotional, and the behavioral. This is called me. I am made up of my mind, my feelings, my actions. This is me. But there is a sense beyond the me, which is called the I, above, surrounding the sense of these components of my mind, my heart, and my actions. There is something which drives this operation, something which is bigger than this operation, and that's called the will, the free will. You can call it metaphysically the soul or the sense of self. It's bigger than the sense of me. So my me is my physical body, my feelings, and my actions, but my I drives it, it controls it. It has a will to achieve. It has the hopes and aspirations of self-actualization. That is bigger than the sum of its parts. So the I is bigger than the sum of the parts of the me. How do you access the I in order to reprogram the me? Until now, we've discussed how the me, the mind, the feelings, and the actions have been affected to cause me to feel not good enough. If my me is locked into feeling not good enough, then I cannot unlock the me with the me. I have to unlock the me with something bigger, something higher, something more transcendent than the me, which is the I. The I is the will, the free will, the sense of self, the sense of soul, the sense of drive, motivation. And that is what we're going to do right now. Let's learn now how to access the I. I want you to breathe in and relax your body. And do the progressive body relaxation of relaxing your neck, your back, your arms, your shoulders by breathing out. Breathe in and relax your jaw, cheeks, eyes, brain. Breathe in. And breathe out and relax. You breathe out on the exhale, on the out breath. I want you to get into a more relaxed state, a calm state, a serene state. Go into the state of being, as we did an exercise on emotion, where we went to the blue garden, the garden of blue flowers, and yellow flowers, and purple flowers, and your beautiful place. And go to that beautiful place. And realize that you are accessing your body, your mind, your feelings, your actions. Your body is now relaxing. In your relaxed state, tell me 3 things that you see right now. Look around the room. You see me. You see the couch. You see the desk. Notice them. What part of you is seeing those things? Your eyes. Your eyes is conveying that data, that stimulus, to your what? To your brain. What part of you is the brain conveying that information to? The brain's taking that information of what you're seeing from your eyes to your optic nerve, to your brain, to your self, to the sense of center of self, to the decision-making center, to the soul, to the will, which is deciding what to do with that information. Now tell me 3 things that you are hearing right now. You're hearing my voice. You're hearing the clock. You're hearing a truck outside. What part of you is hearing those things? Your ears. Your ears are conveying that information to your brain. And your brain is conveying that information that it's receiving from your ears, your eardrum, to what? To your decision-making center, which is deciding what to do with that information. It's the will, it's the self, it's the soul. Be aware of that soul receiving that information. Now be aware of 3 things that you are touching right now. You're touching, your legs are touching the couch, the chair. You're feeling your skin, feeling the air on your skin. One hand might be touching another hand. So your nerve endings are feeling that stimuli. They are conveying that information along your nerve endings to your nervous system, along your spine to your brain. Your brain is then taking that information and conveying it to your center, your soul, your will, which is deciding what to do with that information. So your eyes sending information to your brain, to your will, your ears sending information from your hearing to your brain, to your will, and your body is sending information of nerve endings, nervous system to your brain, to your will. And based on this information and this stimuli, you're deciding how to interact with me or with others around you at this time. So therefore, it's the will within you which is driving you. It's the will, it's the soul, it's the center. It's a decision-making center within you, which is deciding to act upon what the body is hearing, listening, feeling, and seeing. Have the I talk to the me. The me does not feel good about itself. It feels not good enough. Have the I ask the me the following question. How old were you when you first started feeling not good about yourself? You'll have your own answers. I'll give the answers that my me is saying to my I right now. Eight. What was happening when you were 8 years old? My father was doing homework with me. He's leaning over my shoulder. I was sitting at my desk with my lamp doing math homework. What was happening? He was getting frustrated that I wasn't getting the math. He started raising his voice and saying that I am not getting it. Why aren't I getting it? Why don't I know the answer to this question? My father was an engineer, brilliant, almost a genius. I was not an engineer. I was not a mathematician. I wasn't good at math. I was good at writing. He got mad at me. He yelled at me. He said, why aren't you getting this? And he raised his voice. And I started feeling in my chest, feeling bad about myself, feeling negative, feeling stupid. And at that moment, I stepped back and I realized at that moment, I looked up at my father and I said, really? You're getting mad at me because I don't know the math? You're screaming at me and yelling at me and you're intimidating me? Something wrong with this picture. I said to myself, there's something wrong with this picture. I felt bad about myself, but at the same time, I realized something was amiss here. That's the first time I became aware that I was feeling badly about myself, that my body was feeling bad about itself. My chest, my stomach, my body was feeling put down, pressured, not good enough. Have your sense of self today, your wheel of strengths, your consciousness, your sense of value, your sense of accomplishment, your I, the part of you which is bigger than that feeling, the part which knows that it has successes. Ask that part to tell the 8-year-old self, or yours might be the 5-year-old self, or your 10-year-old self, who feels bad about himself. What have you accomplished with your life since you were 8 years old and felt put down and negative and not good about yourself and not positive about yourself? My I would say to my body self, my I would say to my me, well, I've graduated high school, I've was involved in a youth organization. I went to college. I had friends. I played on the hockey team. I was involved in community, became a teacher, a rabbi. Are you truly not good enough? Well, my I says I'm good enough, but my 8-year-old self says I'm not good enough. Now, have your I embrace your me. Have your I self, your accomplished self, your adult self, who has had accomplishments, take and embrace the me self, which feels bad about itself, and integrate them. Let them work together and say, I'm here for you. You're okay. You are good enough. Perhaps your parents did not know how to convey that information to you, but I do. My I self knows how to convey the information of love, embrace, positivity, and value to my me self. And I want you to embrace your I self, embrace the me self. Hold your me self and ask him what he needs. What do you need? I need to know that I'm okay. You're okay. I need to know that I'm loved. I love you. I love you. I need to know that I'm a good person. You are a person of values. You're a good person. And integrate your I self with your me self. Because ultimately, you and I, we develop a sense of not good enough within ourselves. We need to take responsibility for that. No matter what happened, how it developed from our parents, peers, bullying, teachers, an environment, learning disability, where I personally bought into the program that I myself feel about myself that I'm not good enough. Here is the inner core of the issue. I have bought into a program where I believe I am bad. I am not good enough. It's my responsibility. I bought into it. My inner psyche, my inner self felt that was my identity. I was not good. I am not good. I am bad. I am not good enough. No matter how it arose, I took upon myself that identity. And I have to heal my inner self. It's up to me to do it. Because, my dear friends, there ain't nobody else coming. Your parents aren't coming. Your teachers aren't coming. Your sister and brother aren't coming. No one's coming to save you. You've got to save yourself. Be there for yourself. Work on this by healing your inner self, having your I, your higher self, your sense of soul, your choosing self, can choose to remake your own identity. Until now, I was controlled by my body, by the me, my mind, my heart, my actions. Now I'm introducing you to your higher self, your I, your developed self, which can embrace your me self and say, you are good enough. We are good enough. I am good enough.